well, I had found the program through, it had been online, and I'd watched a video, and I had known this is something that I need to take. And I didn't realize, though, I really didn't realize the impact. And coming from like the beginning of the year and the beginning of like doing the training, when I was just kind of getting my feet wet into comfortability and being my own, and then coming to the end of the program where I don't know, I just feel so much more alive and comfortable and happy, and also even more being able to help others and really being able to be there for others and be supportive for others, and you know really my one of my main things is working with young adults and women with eating disorders. And so I've been doing presentations for middle schoolers and high schoolers, and I go in and I present. And just to be able to have gone from that, where I've been struggling myself, and now being able to share with others and really being able to give to others, and really help, help people, help girls and women. I mean, for me, like my biggest, I guess focus is women and girls, but I mean everybody, but just helping people come more alive and being comfortable in themselves. So I kind of went through this period when finally when I hit my 20s that, I was really searching for healing. I was searching for it, and I was looking in a lot of different places, and I went to therapists and I went to people, and I felt like they understood it to a point, but then to a point that they also kind of needed to control it, because like if you go to a clinic or it's like they understand it, but they understand it from a very scientific, psychological point of view, which is very distant. And what I really was craving was something that was connecting and loving and kind and empathetic. And I'd done a few other I had done other studies, but I hadn't found something that was all encompassing. And I heard Mark's I saw Mark's video, and suddenly I was like, this is something that I need to do for myself, not just because I've done a lot of education, other things, but I was like, I need to do this for myself. First of all the content was amazing, and Mark is great at what he does. And because I think he gets to the essence. And I also think that it's when Mark talks authentically. And for me, it was always important about, I care less about the not letters behind a person's name, and more about whether they're real. And so I think I related to Mark because he was just authentic, and I think that he really cares, as well as he knows, I think he knows what he's talking about. So as a student, I loved listening to Mark, and I loved what we learned. I struggled sometimes with the audio because I'm not necessarily I'm not necessarily an auditory learner per se. So I need a little bit more interaction. So that was a struggle for me. At the same time, I did enjoy listening to, the audio, before going to bed or like driving somewhere. That was really helpful because I knew I could get work done, kind of multitasking. When I knew, though, when I was coming into the training, that I needed to, that I was doing it for myself personally. I really said, this is something I'm giving to myself. This is a present. This is my gift to myself, doing this training. And I didn't really know what to expect. I was actually so happy when like Mark touched on, all those things that I, wanted to explore, but I just didn't know even what they were, and when he went through overeating and binge eating and eating disorders, but more than that, when he went to digestion and immunity and a lot of other nutrition challenges, as well as how it affects and not just the nutrition aspect of it, but like the mind body aspect of it. The fact that our bodies are not just our bodies are a fraction of who we are as a person, as an essence. And so really, like, throughout this training, I have like been kind of blown away with so much that I've learned, that I really wasn't expecting. I was like, okay, I'll just do this program and I'm hoping for a change. And it's what's wonderful is that it has seeped in slowly. It wasn't like a crazy, change or a moment, aha moment, like at one time. It kind of happened slowly, and then looking back at the end of the year, I go, oh wow, I think I've changed. It's really made a difference. Yeah. I definitely recommend this training for others. I think that if you're looking for something that's authentic and deep, and if you've really tried to, manage. I mean, I talk a lot about weight because that was my struggle. So I guess I'll just focus on that. But if you've struggled with weight and you've gone to a lot of diets, or you've gone and you've tried other things, and it really hasn't worked for you, then it's time to try something else.